along to the celebration of the first ever SAFEagent Awareness Week, taking place from the 14th to the 20th of May 2012. And I'm delighted to be joined by Eric Walker, MD of Bushels, but also a member of the steering committee. So welcome, Eric.
Thank you.
Very exciting times, because SAFEagent isn't even 1 year old yet, is it?
No, it was a concept that was born early last year, and we had a lot of work to do to really bring it into something of any substance. The website went live about May, and then it was launched to industry in September. So yes, it is very new.
So just again reiterate the concept of SAFEagent, because it really is a very simple message and it's really getting traction.
The message was always meant to be very simple. It's about consumer awareness and consumer protection. What we wanted to do is just really clarify which agents had clients' money protection and which didn't. At the moment, it's very hard for a landlord to know, with all the badges and stickers and letters after your name, who is protected and who isn't. And we wanted to cut through that with a single mark, which would denote the agents that offered consumer protection, and it is intended to be a signpost towards the regulators.
And it's also for tenants as well to identify an agent that's going to protect their money properly.
I think it's important to say that any agent that subscribes to ALA, RICS, Law Society, NALS, National Association of Estate Agents, has a certain ethos. So naturally, anybody who is a safe agent will be a member of one of those schemes, and it reflects the company's ethos towards consumer protection and sends out a very strong message that you do things properly, and if you don't, the customer has some redress.
Absolutely. So talking about the Awareness Week, what are you hoping to achieve from it? Obviously awareness, but we want to get everybody involved, don't we? Not just the 2,000 safe agents.
It's very different from organisations and regulators, because all we are really is agents. We've done this for industry and it's been produced by industry. The PR budget is very small, so we're relying upon the people who've been kind enough to join us to provide that PR message through their own means, through their local newspapers, through their websites, through social media, as you know. And that's how we're getting the message out. And we launched the microsite for the Awareness Week yesterday, and it's everywhere. And I'm delighted by that, and I'm very grateful to all the SAFE members who have supported us.
It's already hotting up the action on Twitter, isn't it? We can see the tweets coming through.
It is, and we've had fantastic support from the Property Ombudsman, Meet My Agent, Which Agent. Many people have been retweeting us, and it's just spreading, and that's what awareness is about. It doesn't matter how good a scheme is, if no one knows about it, it doesn't work. So the Awareness Week was to just raise the profile so that consumers would start to at least ask the question, what is clients' money protection and why do I need it?
And it's such an important message at the moment, because in these challenging economic times there are a significant number of letting agents going bust. People are losing a lot of money, and this is a message that does need to get out there now.
Sadly, I think you're right, and I think it's one of the reasons why perhaps compulsory regulation hasn't come in, because there would be a floodgate of agents who perhaps couldn't be regulated for whatever reason. And I think what we've tried to do is endorse the Housing Minister's voluntary code and ask agents, if you want to be a safe agent, join us. If you don't, just make sure you've got clients' money protection in place, because ultimately not only does the tenant potentially lose money, it's the landlord's responsibility to repay the money.
Absolutely.
And whilst that landlord may have the deposit protected, the insurers are at liberty to go back to the landlord and subrogate any claim and require that money paid back to them.
Indeed. So anybody watching this that wants to get involved with SAFEagent Awareness Week, we're really open to ideas, aren't we? Write a blog, send a tweet, put a banner on your website. How can people get involved?
The simplest way really is firstly to look at the website and get some ideas. We've got agents in Cheltenham, for example, who got together, put their differences behind them and had a photograph taken with their respective boards and promoted it that way. We're not here to dictate what people do, we're here to ask for support, and any support is gratefully received. As I said, everyone's got their own view. We've been emailing our clients to make them aware of it, sending them a link to the website. Other agents have got big safe agent boards that they're wandering around with, putting in their window. anything that increases awareness is important, and we're grateful for it.
And the flagship event of SAFEagent Awareness Week is the reception at the House of Commons next week.
Yes, that's right.
You've got some very notable people attending, haven't you?
We have a lot of journalists going. There's quite a few cross-party politicians who've been kind enough to say they'll come along. We're hoping the Housing Minister will be there. The President of ALA has been kind enough to join us, who's been very supportive of the concept. So yes, I think it'll be a very interesting event. I've never been to the House of Commons before, and I probably won't get invited back again, but I think it's given us a real sense of we've arrived, in that government is taking it so seriously and so supportively.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for joining us. That's SAFEagent Awareness Week, taking place from the 14th to the 20th of May 2012, and please join in any way you can, and we really appreciate your support. Thank you for watching.